With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back trackside once again, race fans, here to the Turn 3 Racing Network. Tonight, the iSplash Retro Kart League fires things off for their 2023 winter season. Gonna hit the road course here in beautiful sunny California. We're hitting Long Beach. That's right, the Long Beach Grand Prix scheduled here tonight. 35 laps around the 12-corner track. Who's gonna walk away with the first checkered flag on the first road course of season number 2? Will we see last week's race winner Marcellus Bruning top the speed charts at the end of this? We're gonna have to wait to find out. Qualifying getting ready to wrap up. So what do you say? We jump right into it. Let's get some of those timing and scoring times over to the left-hand side of your screen. top of the speed charts, fast as always in his RCA 15. Lotus 79 machine Johnny Hamby gonna put down the quick time here in Long Beach. 1:11.98 is the fast time so far here in qualifying. Hamby walked away with the pole award last week in the season opener. Will he be able to redeem himself and keep it at the front? We'll have to find out shortly, but first, how you doing? How you feeling out there in TV land? Race fans, glad you could all join us here tonight. As always, Dave in the Cave bringing you all the calls from trackside, and what a race we're going to have ourselves here tonight. 35 laps of non-stop, open wheel, old school racing action on the new Long Beach road course. What a night it's going to be. What a night we're going to have. Glad you could all join us. Glad everybody's staying safe and having themselves a happy holiday season. Merry Christmas to everybody out there getting ready, getting geared up for Santa's sleigh to land on the roof. We'll have to wait to see what he brings the kids here in the Cave household, but always going to be a fun time around the holiday season. Glad everybody could join us. Just about 20 seconds remaining in qualifying, so it looks like indeed Johnny Hamby will walk away with the pole position here tonight. So with that being said, we're going to step trackside for your national anthem. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the boats bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And back trackside after the flyover, drivers getting ready to hit the starting grid. So what do you say? We jump a little closer to the track. Let's see everybody lined up behind that racing pace car, ready to roll off and begin tonight's Long Beach Grand Prix race number 2 here in season number 2. It's the 2023 winter season. And as bells begin to ring in the background, you know the sounds, you know it's time to run down tonight's starting lineup for the Long Beach Grand Prix right here with the Eye Splash Retro Kart League starting inside row number 1. Fast as always in that RCA number 15 machine, Johnny Hamby will bring the field to the green flag. Just to his outside, the 06 of George Sandman. Marcellus Bruning and Joe Walker back in row number 2. Row number 3 here tonight, starting inside in the 5th position, the number 10 of Cody Hunley. Darren Fahey right there, starting outside row number 3 in that 6th position, Christopher Hamlink. And Bill Smitham back in row 4. Finishing out the 10-car field here tonight, back in row number 5 inside of his 22 machine, Jason McSparron. With the 37 of Chris Brown right beside him, that's going to be it. Short field here tonight, and we're going to get ready to fire things off. Here we go. Green flag flies for the first time and only time here tonight. And the Long Beach field going to make their way through the opening few corners, trying to separate themselves and see who can begin to manage their race. Hamby down into the first left-hand corner. Nice little lead for him. George Sandman right there, not letting him go through the carousel. Everybody smooth through the carousel so far. Smooth sailing from your race leader, your pole sitter, Johnny Hamby, starting to walk away already. A half a second advantage for Hamby over the field as everybody snakes back down these long stretches into the left-hander. And there you can see those gaps already opening up. Hamby already opening up and continuing to build that race lead. Almost a 1 second advantage already as we head under the overpasses and back towards the back end of the course. Hamby continuing to stretch that lead right at that 1 second mark. Tight right-hander here, and we'll come back to the start and finish line, and that's going to put one lap in the board. Marcellus Bruning all over Sandman right now, but not being able to do anything with it quite yet. The 9 of Darren Fahey right there with Joe Walker. Drivers battling for position. Oh, here comes the move by Bruning looking to make the move on the outside. Not going to have that racing line. And oh, gotta be close. You don't want to end up in that Acura tire barrier. Coming through those corners, back through the carousel. We've seen a little bit of trouble earlier this year with the NTT IndyCar Series guys drove here. We've seen some troubles in the carousel. No troubles here tonight, though, for the Eye Splash Retro Kart Series. Everybody still clean and clear. We say everybody's still clean and clear. Looks like Fahey may have had some trouble. Let's go back and let's take a look. Let's see what happened with Darren. There you can see, a little bit of contact between the two drivers in the runoff area. They're trying to fight for position. Both end up in the runoff area and both have some troubles. And we'll get things fired back up. Back at the front of the field, race leader Johnny Hamby stepping away. Already almost a 2 second advantage as he gets back on the gas. Lap number 3 will begin as he crosses the line. Sandman right there in second, 1.5 seconds back. Marcellus Bruning another 1.8 back from there. So Bruning already down 3 seconds from your race leader. Cody Hunley and Christopher Hamlink round out your top 5. And we're going to jump around just a little bit. Let's see if we can't jump around and find some action out there on the track. Let's go back here. Christopher Hamlink, Bill Smith, and Joe Walker all going at it for position on the racetrack. Looking to back up last week's podium performance. 3 drivers are looking to begin to step away in the point standings. Marcellus Bruning, Joe Walker, Bill Smitham on the podium last week. Will they be able to do it again? Bruning behind the 8 ball right here and continuing to lose time to your race leader, now 3.5 seconds back from Johnny Hamby, who is absolutely walking away with this thing. 2 second advantage for Hamby. Sandman right there looking to make a splash for the first time here in the 2023 winter season with the Ice Splash Retro Kart League. Drivers running these old school, stripped down, bare necessity open wheel machines. And I tell you what, while we're here with the panel, why don't we go ahead and show you what we mean about bare necessities and just how stripped down these machines are. Rudimentary, if you will. We'll go on board here with the 55 of Bill Smitham. There you can see no bells and whistles, no real extra controls in the cockpits for these open wheel drivers. Oh, and into that tire barrier, and that's going to spell trouble for Smitham. That left front tire is going to be pretty beat up after that significant contact. We'll jump up a little closer to the front and ride with Marcellus Rooney right here, sitting in that third position. Handful of different camera shots, so what do you say we look around just a little bit, jump around to a handful of other drivers on board now with the 10 of Cody Hundley, as Hundley's had some problems. What happened to Hundley? Let's go back. Let's check the Ice Splash replay. There you can see Hundley on the curbs. On the brakes, onto the gas. I think he's just going to, he's just going to get on the gas a little bit too soon, and that's going to send him around. We'll jump back on board here with Hundley as he comes back into the mix. Darren P. and Bill Smitham just off in front of him. And we'll jump back outside of the car once again, give you a good look at all of the cars out there on the track. The Shell Pennzoil number 10 of Cody Hundley has trouble. Gonna head back deep into the field. Try to work his way back up into the top 5. We'll have to wait to see how it all goes here tonight for Hundley as we jump around the track just a little bit. Let's go back here. Bill Smitham trying to close back in to Hundley. Smitham with some big troubles, but trying to overcome it. Here it is, battle for second and third, heating up here. The Sandman with some issues, and Bruning has been able to reel him right back in, fishing into the corner. He'll take that inside lane, run wide, almost into the tire bearers, but Bruning able to keep the car turning and take the corner at a high pace, and the 61 moves into second. Bruning up from third, now into second as Sandman falls back to third. Christopher Henley sits in fourth, Joe Walker in fifth, while Johnny Hamby continues to lead tonight's race, knocking on the door of a 3-second advantage. 6 laps into tonight's race, Hamby can begin to put this in pure race control mode. And as we have reached lap number 6, I tell you what, we're going to go ahead. Let's throw up that track map up there for you. Let you find your favorite driver out there on the track. I know with a big track like this, things can get a little bit confusing on where who is and at what times. So what do you say we go ahead right here, throw those car numbers up on that track map for you. Let you follow along with your favorite drivers. You see your top 3 across the start-finish line and heading into that first hard, the left-hand 90-degree corner. Hamby continuing to lead, Bruning right there in front of Sandman. Sandman not letting him get away. He's still right there battling, but it does indeed look like the advantage going to Bruning so far here. We're going to take a look at this battle with Christopher Henley, Joe Walker. Walker running extremely wide here. He's going to take the position away. Hamlin letting him go, not wanting to run with him just yet. Maybe waiting to play this thing on out. Possibly a strategy play. And that driver's ear, the crew chief coming over the radio and letting him know, let him go right now. We're not racing him right now. We're going to be racing somebody differently at the end of tonight's race. So let's keep this thing clean. Let's keep all of the parts and pieces intact. We'll go after it a little bit later. The target 3 in the Scotch, number 82 of Christopher Hamlick, rounds out your top 5. 8 laps into tonight's race. Gonna begin lap number 9 here in just a few short moments. All 10 drivers still out on the track. Only one driver has come to pit road already here tonight. Quick stop for Cody Hundley, the number 10 machine. Going to get down to pit road and back up to speed. Will he have enough gas to get to the end, stopping extremely early here on lap number 6? You gotta ask yourselves, is it gonna be enough fuel to get to the end, but more importantly, enough tires? I mean, that is a long stretch on tires to ask out of the car and out of the driver. Over 30 laps here to the end of tonight's race. Cody Hundley already with his pit stop in the bag. Will it be his only stop, or will we see him hit pit road once again? Meanwhile, front of the field remains the same. Johnny Hamby showing the way. 61 of Marcellus Brooding right there in second. George Sandman sits back in third. Sandman and Brooding switching and swapping that position around from the start of tonight's race. Brooding up one position. Sandman gonna drop one. Joe Walker now right back where he qualified. Sitting in that fourth position, Christopher Hamlink, although he gave up that fourth position, still up 2 spots from where he qualified back in seventh. Hamlink rounds out your top 5. If you're an iRacer and you're looking for a wrap and you're looking for a good paint scheme, whether it be on your car, your open wheel machine, how about some new suits and helmets? They've got it all. Check them out over at iSplash. iSplash Racing Liveries. Want to give a big shout out to iSplash coming on, being this season's title sponsor with the Retro Kart League. So glad to have you here. Glad that you're working with us. Glad to see a lot of these iSplash Racing wraps. These liveries looking super clean here tonight at Long Beach. Christopher Hamlink continuing his run, but back at the front. Let's get at it with your race leader. Johnny Hamby beginning to put drivers 1 lap down. Christopher Brown in the 37 machine down 1 lap in. Now moving in on the back end onto the gearbox of Cody Hundley. And whoa, Brown gonna go around. Christopher Brown goes around in the final corner. And oh, we've got drivers piling in. Collecting a lot of drivers there at the end of the lap. Oh my goodness, George Sandman as well as Marcellus Bruning. I believe both of those drivers are going to be caught up and involved in that one, and that's going to shake things up at the front of this field. Oh my goodness. We do want to give a big shout out to everybody out there joining us here tonight. It looks like a little bit of internet problems plaguing the broadcast here tonight. We're going to keep things fired up and working our way through this. Hopefully everything can get sorted out, smoothed out, and worked out over there on the technical side of things. But we do apologize for any of the mishaps and hiccups so far here tonight. 25 laps remaining here from beautiful sunny California. The Long Beach Grand Prix well and underway. Johnny Hamby leading every single lap as he begins to close in on lap traffic. Handful of drivers already on the pit road. George Sandman, Darren Fahey, Jason McSparron, and Christopher Brown all onto pit road. A lot of clear track behind race leader Johnny Hamby. It's all but in the bag for him. He's going to have to keep focused, though. You lose track of the corner one time on these closed street courses, and you can find yourself in a bit of a predicament pretty quickly. Hamby with almost a 10-second advantage. He's just got to finish this thing on out. Still trying to work his way by the number 10 machine all over the gearbox of Cody Hundley as Hundley tries everything he can to stay on the lead lap, but I think it's going to be a battle all for naught. Hamby with the slipstream, he's going to make a big move into the first corner and almost into that safer barrier, almost into that tire wall, and that's what's going to get dangerous. Oh, big slide to the rear. Hamby may be struggling with a little bit of rear grip with just 23 laps to go. He had a 10-second advantage. It has now been whittled down to just about 8.5 seconds, so losing a second and a half here over the course of this half lap. Hamby trying to get on with the show, trying to work his way around the lap traffic, but